What's good, guys? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me all right. We're about to begin. Yo, let me rap on this beat though. Nah. I wasn't about to freestyle. You know what I mean? Yo, what's good, guys? Epidemic Sound has some really nice royalty free. You know what I mean? Upload. How you doing? Let me get this down a bit. Oh no, let's leave the music for a bit. Yo, share on stories. Let people know we're on the stream. I'ma do stories just to let people know. You know what I mean? What y'all been up to? Oh, let's go. Nice to see people coming back. What's good, Sarah? Tyler? I think you all were on the previous stream, right? So nice to see you all returning. Oh, I need to get the link for this. I'm gonna get the link. Or if I press share. Yo, let's go. So glad you can make it, my guy. Let me share real quick these stories and whatnot. Yo. 1 second, guys. Sorry. So anticlimactic, I know, but you just gotta do it, you know. Look, I can't find my story. We are live. This one. Sticker. We're live. Showing the stream. Now let me share it on the diffusion channel. Done. How y'all been doing? Let's talk for a bit before I jump into the... Let me get down the music. Let me get rid of this. Let's go there. Sorry. What y'all been up to? Some chill Wednesday? To some busy week? Yeah, I'm actually... Me too. I'm in the middle of... We're looking for a new flat, new apartment. And it's getting really hectic, you know, between that and I'm also doing some really big client work. And doing the two at the same time, like looking for a flat. And actually, we've been looking for a new place. Like it's been years of like extending the lease. You know what I mean? Trying to get to the exact place that we wanted. Then we're looking for something bigger, then something smaller. It was like really crazy, and now I think we got a nice one, but it's still nothing sure. So I don't want to jinx it. You know what I mean? But yeah, tell me about your week, guys. Yeah. Did everyone here already submitted their piece for the week's assignment? I have an idea of what I want to do with mine, but I'm really, really tired. Like I don't know, I don't know how it's gonna go down. Oh, again, let me put the light. I really like my bounce light. Let's go. Oh, and what are you studying, my bro? Like design, or it's like another career? There, the light was too warm. I didn't submit mine. I want to understand the concept better. Yeah, this one was like really, really, like really open. Like you're supposed to do whatever you felt was good with the concept. It's just like a free, just make a free piece. You know what I mean? It need to be around the concept of individuality, but there was no other like restriction besides that. You know what I mean? Wait, there. But yeah, university. Oh, electrical engineering. And what are you like intrigued about design? Do you want to learn design like as a side hustle or a hobby or what is it? Mm, yeah, I think- yeah, the restrictions are nice sometimes because yeah, the restrictions are nice sometimes because it takes something off of your plate. Some it's one decision less that you need to make. And the last assignments that we did, they were really restrictive. So you had to just focus on a couple of things. You don't need to think about a lot of stuff. So sometimes it can make it harder, but sometimes it can make it like more difficult. Oh, I see, I see. Let's go. Bro, can you explain how make design like WWE posters? We could do something like that later down the line. I see, I see what you mean. Yeah, guys, you need to fight that and just make the piece. You know what I mean? Whatever it goes, really. I hella rushed my piece today, but got it done all in a week with the next spot to attend, an event to plan out, working in marketing for an interior office design company. By the way, bro is fucking. He's going crazy with the chores, you know what I mean? And he still managed to make it. Yeah, that's great. Let's jump. Let's see. Let's take a look at the Discord 1 second and see what we got here. Do you hear me all right, guys? Okay. Sorry if you're seeing how I shift the the Discord window. Hi, the live thumbnail is really dope. The refinement that I can never achieve. Would it be possible to make a video in the future talking more about how you got the result of this thumbnail? Yeah. I'll make that's an effect that I'm gonna teach you how to do uh, very soon. Very soon, I'm gonna make a tutorial about it. It's the like a copy paper effect. You know what I mean? So if we go to the Dojo here, if we go to the Dojo feedback, okay, we got a few. We got a few. And actually, what I'm gonna try to do now is I'll try something different. I'm gonna just download the images and I'm gonna download the images. This is week six guy community, and I'm gonna put them over here so I can more easily react to them. I'm gonna pick the ones that I'm gonna talk about. Here we have a few. This one, guys. Fuck. Yeah, let's talk about these ones and and then we'll go from there. Let me open Photoshop. Just a quick sec. Do we see the chat here in this window? I think we do, right? I need to make like a proper, like a different window. Let's just do this one. Let me put it like so I can still see the chat. I'm thinking moving the chat. I don't know. I need to play around with it a bit more. Yeah, but I would need to do the like the chat messages in Ninja Scroll would be dope. Yeah, but I would need to make like a proper like I don't like the super over the top like overlay like the stream overlay. You know what I mean? I like it kind of chill. So first we got this one. Actually, let me move back to the other screen. Like the React Discord, but it's not really Discord. It's Photoshop. So this one I really liked. Why is it there? I'm just trying new ways of putting like the seeing the piece better. You know, I think this works. Yeah, this one I really liked. Let me see if Raw like put the concept or whatever. like he said, the piece I made a week ago symbolizes a conversation with someone. The chair I'm sitting on represents me, while the background elements depict my thoughts. The text says the text in the back says, "Do you have a secret? Do you still remember your secrets? Why eventually we eventually forget the things we haven't expressed. Do you share your secrets? Is it still a secret? People who had secrets they couldn't share would dig a hole in a tree and whisper their secrets into it." Pretty dark. I like it. hmm I like. I think I think this piece like sort of links a bit too much to the sense of his own individual experience, right? I think that's the angle he's coming from. And the chair is a really interesting object in design. Like there is this like ultimate element of design that it's the chair, and many designers have made really great chairs, but it's a really nice like element in the like interior design, like in engineering, right? And it's a really contemplative like item, like a chair, right? It feels like really innocuous, but it evokes like a lot of these feelings. I don't know why. And I like the all the jarring, the composition in the background. I don't like, however, how the chair it's sort of blending with the typography that much. You know what I mean? Like, what happens if we? I'm just doing this really quick, you know. No, I can't. I can't select the chair. Let me see if with the levels. Oh, this I like more, but it's just think of taste. But yeah, I can select the chair like really easily. I want it to go in. But yeah, I think the piece overall is really great. I like it. Yeah, I would maybe change a bit the contrast, make the chair a bit stand out from so it doesn't blend that much with what's behind it. You know. By the way, is there an ideal resolution you want us to send the pieces in? No, but the bigger the better. It's just. eh, What's up, yo? First time in the live. We've been following the channel for a few years. Been super helpful in teaching myself design. Let's go. Yeah, that's ultimately what it is. Like I remember when I left uni, right? That I felt I've reached the point in where they really teach you to teach yourself. You know what I mean? Like you acquire a certain sense of you acquired the how do you say, like the work ethic, and you've developed some sort of tools to be able to gauge what's good and what's not, and from there you just keep doing work, and it keeps like evolving, you know. Think what I like a lot is he went with a cheap chair, you know, not a comfortable one. Yeah, 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 that's a really great point, Mike, you made there, because this chair, like this plastic sunbathed already like dry crackling chair, you know, we all know this chair and the feeling it evokes. It's not like a glamorous feeling. Like it could be something quite dark and miserable, but it's also home, you know what I mean? So it's really, you have to know the chair to get it, you know. I can already feel the plastic, you know, beneath my leg, with the sweat of being out there sitting in the sun, you know. Or a family dinner with the entire family and some backyard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can totally see that. Now we have This one. This one is oof. This one I think it's a great piece. Let me see what Ross said. Hi all, this is my first post here, but it's been awesome seeing everyone's work. Yesterday I had the feeling. Yesterday I had the day off, so I made two pieces related to individuality specifically. These are about trying to figure out how to express yourself while dealing with mental health issues. I'm non-binary and also have some mental health problems like OCD and anxiety, and sometimes issues like dysmorphia or fixating on negative thoughts can start to become overwhelming to the point where it feels like these issues are defining who you are instead of you actualizing your own identity, which is what is represented in the first image, with the red slowly taking over the subject. In the second piece, a face is laid out on a grid with some squares moved and duplicated, with the letters to the words disjointed and spread across the canvas. This was another way of expressing how it feels when different parts of you are fighting for space in your consciousness as you try to figure out who you are as an individual. Let's go, my guy. This is great. This is great. I mean, my heart goes to you, you know what I mean? But the fact that you have been able to turn that into this, uh, that's gas, you know what I mean? That's life. And that's design and that's art, you know. This is great. I feel it really conveys. When I saw it and I hadn't read the what you said there, I felt like this piece was too much about pain, right, and about what you were describing. So, but I guess it's that it's a piece about your own individual experience, right, and that's what makes it more powerful, right? That's why I always tell you guys to try to explain to me some more about the pieces, because stuff like that can flip the script on its head, you know, and make a piece that looks like it has nothing to do with the subject. All of the sudden it has everything to do with the subject, you know what I mean? No, dude has really crazy control over the texture. This is like this is my cutout texture, or this is Doron's one. I feel like, yeah, this is Doron cutout. I feel texture work is amazing. I love how you started to blend the color and it's sort of bleeding onto himself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is amazing, my guy. I really like it. It feels raw and it feels I can feel the ache. You know what I mean? I love at the same time this dude is wearing like a helmet, right? There is something on his head that you can tell. Like you can feel the pressure. Yes, so great. This is amazing piece. Let's take a look at the other one. Again, super powerful piece. And you see, guys, how yeah, it's texture that's really well used. You know, it's not complicated, like, but it takes a lot of practice and and a lot of knowing how to experiment and how to play with the layers and how to make it good. And actually, I think the best and the hardest part to develop to be able to make these pieces is taste, right? You need to have good taste to be able to make this, right? This is not, it's like the Nike logo. Like everyone here could make the Nike logo, like technically, right? You can learn to make this. The thing is, you need to make the have the taste to realize this is good and take the piece in that direction, you know what I mean? Because the contrast that then the dude has in his skin, right, how it sort of starts to blend with the background, you need to have some the taste to be able to say, oh, the piece here is finalized, you know, like it's so controlled, it's so what it is, what it needs to be, you know what I mean? Like even myself, I would added words to this, you know. I would added like a word beneath it, or somewhere, and and that's what I mean. Sometimes it's not about the effects, it's about you need to look at a lot of stuff and start to develop your taste, because technically you can learn to do anything, right? But if you don't have the taste for it, then you won't know where to point and shoot. So this is great. This one, it's also great. I like that it has typography. I like that. Well, let's see. In this one, it's a bit more on the nose because of the disjointed, but you can turn a blind eye to typography because it's not really there for you to read it, right? But to write disjointed in a disjointed typography, it's a bit linear. We did this the last year exercise. Yeah, but the gesture of breaking the photo and repeating the segments, it's a really classic and simple, like, graphic gesture, you know what I mean? Like, every time you make an operation on an image, that operation you make on it, it will evoke a certain kind of feeling, right? And then you can add color into the mix and all that kind of stuff, and all that, those processes that you put onto an image, it will it will make the image have a certain feeling and a certain way to see it. So this one is really great. Also, the picture on the background, again, the relationship of the in the values. It's an image that's kind of burnt out, but the blacks are also a bit lifted. So it's kind of photographic. It has that kind of, like, raw feeling. But yeah, amazing work, my guy. Huge props to you. And yeah, keep making work about your suffering, my guy. Like, it will be, I feel, because I struggle with, with stuff like that sometimes. Not the dysphoria and all that, but the angst for sure. And yeah, 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 you're nailing it, my guy. Just keep down that path. What more do we have? This one I this one I saw it, but I don't really know what to comment on it. I don't know if you I don't know why this fucking. Okay, I'll download it just for the just for the memes. Okay, let's see. Did he say something about the piece? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's like, I don't know how you say it on English, but you sublimate what happens to you through the work, and suddenly it's like it's there, like you see it outside of you, and something of it loses its edge. Yeah. Week 6, submission. This piece deals with the concept of feeling like you do not know who you are, having to look in the mirror and not knowing the person looking back. Are they all you? Are they what you really are? Is the doubt you have been trying to figure out who you really are, whether in life or art, or whatever it is you strive for, but still not knowing who you are or your part in all of this, searching for that individuality. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I like this. I like what you wrote, my guy. Like, that's great. Like, string of thoughts and emotions to try to put in your work, but, like, it's too, like, too. Okay, guys. What do you think? It's the thing with this one. according to what he just said. What do you think it's the deal? Sorry, guys, of jumping back of what we were talking about Soren. That that's the thing that I think also it's nice and important that we start to use these subjects. If maybe you have a certain idea about a concept, something you read, something you saw in an article or whatever, and try to make a piece about that and how that makes you feel. It can be a tremendous like tool to understand ourselves and what happens and what the makes the world around us make us feel, right? And maybe when we start to make a piece, right, and we start to give intention to what we think about individuality, let's say, maybe you can start out of that experience of trying to make a poster about it, that you start to question, okay, what do I think about it, right? Sometimes we have these really loose ideas of what we think, but the only way we can really like try to pin them down and try to put them into stone, like what do I think about this stuff, is when you try to make something with it, like for instance with individuality, right? It's a really subject that you can be really for individuality or you can be really against individuality as a concept, like overarching thing. And in more in this time, you know what I mean, in which we have this constant struggle between the individual and the collective, right? So what do we think about those, and starting to make work that makes us question those structures. I think it's really powerful in the sense that it can unlock a certain way of us looking at our work that makes it feel much more meaningful. You know what I mean? Because this, for example, the thing that Lauren shared with us, that's deep, and that's an emotion of someone here is feeling, and it has put it in a way that makes us feel it. And that's work. That's important work. For the sake of he getting it out of himself, or she, sorry, I don't want to misgender you, I don't know which you are. And and I lost my train of thought. That, yeah, it's a tremendous use for it to be able to put it out of himself, and then for us to know that, okay, that's happening to he or she, and we could be the same. So yeah, so no one said what I think it's not wrong, but what is a feature that this piece has regarding to the explanation that he gave. I'm waiting, guys. I want y'all to participate. Okay. Okay, no one. Okay. There is too literal. He's telling me exactly what he says he's telling me, right? I think if you try to play it around some more, yeah, 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 it's too jarring. The combination of the styles, it's jarring. Like that can be improved. That can be improved for sure. Yeah, but the idea of the mirror itself, right? Like how can we do that in a way that's not so, like, so the dude holding a mirror with three faces and seeing himself or not himself, right? Like how can we achieve that same like premise, but something more akin to this? You know what I mean? What does the this version of this sort of looks like, right? because we can have, maybe it's something like this. Let's say we have this, for example. Let me do something really quick. Let's say we have this, right? And now make, oh wait, let me change the, let's say we have something like this. And let me make something really quick. And I'm trying to think how to put the effects so I get the effect that I want, but in a way that's not gonna take forever. Pattern. I made these patterns. Where's the clipping mask? There. Right, we can have something like this. And in this one, let's change. And in the other one, which is this one, let's get rid of this and let's do an organic noise. I have an action here. Instant noise, uneven, chunky, organic noise. Let's put it here in hard mix. Let's make it larger. Like, for example, quick tip: when you hold Alt and click between the layer you want to create a clipping mask. When you hold Alt and click between the layer, what? No way. The other day, another one of y'all told me another tip like this. Like, it was super great. Thank you. You see, for example, something like this, right? Which could be understood like different ways in which you understand yourself. And he already used some colors here. So, for example, in this one, we can put another layer. Let's clip it and let's put it into mode color and let's paint, pressing B. So I get, and let's grab the color this he has on the cheeks. Why am I not getting color? Okay, let's do it on top of everything. So there, let's do it in multiply. Then let's grab the hair. And then let's say he used another color, I don't know, like this blue, let's say, for the clothes here, right? And then we use this color for here, right? Something like this. It's really simple, and I'm not saying that this is the better way to do what he tried to do. I'm just trying to get you to see what would be another possible interpretation of how do you show someone trying to show you multiple instances or sort of refractions of himself and then linking it to his self perception. You know what I mean? Why he has the color yellow and then the color pink on his skin, then the blue on his clothes, and all these other interpretations of him through a different like kind of effect. But that effect could be, I don't know, like this lens which we he sees himself. It could be him in work or him outside of work, or what he really is because of the skin. I don't know. I'm just trying to put forward like a way of you trying to think of it. How can I more graphically show this instead of um with the context of the image itself, like he holding the like the glass. You know what I mean? This one actually I really like it. I think it's hard, no? I like it. I'm gonna save this one just for here. So this one, let's save it. It's the bro one. Okay. What more do we have here? Oh, this one was crazy. This one was crazy. This one is really great. What do you think, guys? What was the? I made this poster for week 6. It represents individuality within structure. The grid represents order, while the red blocks symbolize those who break away from the norm. Each block unique structure shows how individuality can exist even in controlled environments. Okay. Okay, I like it. Hmm. I like it, and I also kind of like, but what he says, like the ones who break from the norm, you know what I mean? But the ones who break from the norm, between them, they are not individual. Like they are similar between themselves, right? The thing that separates them from the rest, it's what unifies them. You know what I mean? Like graphically, you can see that. It reminds me of the Invincibles. You remember the cartoon movie when the kid says, if everyone is special, then no one is. That's what this reminds me. Like it's not the good or bad. Like the piece is it's great composition. It's super like mysterious. You know what I mean? I like it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. It's not that it needs to be get. You know what I mean? What's good, my guy? World Media Flights. It's the channel's moderator. He's a real G. So going back to this piece, yeah, really nice piece, and I love it when pieces start to generate this kind of discussion of what it means. Because I don't know what's his take on individuality itself, but I would argue that this piece takes a shot at individuality as a thing on itself. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys saw what I shared. Did you saw this that I? It's a conversation that I had with ChatGPT because I was thinking about individuality, how the word sort of like indivi from indivisible, and duality like a duality, right? It's individuality, like indivisible duality, you know. So I asked ChatGPT, and it told me like that that was what it meant, like deras, you know, like from its Latin roots, individus, it meant indivisible, like it's not divided, right? But we got to the point where like individual, it's the last part of a chain, right? It's not that it's a concept of how we are like to the core, like we are individuals, like separated all from the rest. It's that in and of itself, individuality, it's the last part of the bigger part, and it's implicit in the word itself, right? And because it's already telling you that's the part of it that can't be divided further, not that from the beginning it was separated. You know what I mean? It's kind of an abstract. It's not that abstract, but if you read the thing that I did with ChatGPT, I think it's a really cool way of looking at individuality, because it stops being this them or us, or if it's me alone or the collective. Like it actually bleeds into the collective idea of we are one, yeah, but we are part of a bigger thing, you know. I think the line on the right is like people who are afraid to show individuality or to be themselves. Yeah, it could be. I like it. Like the piece. Let's see what more we have here. hmm This one. Let's talk about this one, and then I'll move, or we can chat for a bit, and then I'll make my piece. I'm so tired, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna make. I have an idea for it, and I want to react to this one because it's something similar to this one. Which one is yours, Tyler? The figure one. Okay, one of none. This one is super powerful. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Bro is a he's a Patreon, so thank you, my guy, for the support. He's one of the ones that allow me to keep making this for free for everyone else, you know. So let's all give a good applause. But yeah, this one is so cool. I like the matrix on the back. Mhm. I had an idea that this is really similar, but um yeah, this one's really cool. And I like, this is like a tip that this piece does really well, is that when you're trying to make a poster about something, like let's say you have a concept that a certain thing, in this case would be individuality, and he here is making a play between the phrase like one of one in like meaning unique, right? So this play takes this poster takes it a bit further and spins the last part, right? And here the copywriting, like the image on the, sorry, here the text on the poster itself, it's kind of doing the entire like heavy lifting of the piece, right? Because the image in and of itself, like it's cool and all, but if I get, for example, this piece, right, and I go like this, and I go like this, and for example, I don't know, here let's say I write whatever it is, an impact, and let's say this is how you say uniqueness. I don't know, but you get my point. Let me see if I'm spelling it correctly. Oh, I did. First time. So let's say I have this phrase or this word, sorry, and now the poster loses a lot of power because the one of none, it's a much better like way to sort of spin the meaning of the image and actually make it mean what it wants to mean. You know what I mean? Said mean a bunch of times. So yeah, this one's really great. So I guess the sorry, I lost track of it, but the tip would be to the tip would be to grab something about the concept you want to talk about and try to juxtapose it with what would be like the opposite, right? In a way that maybe is not so obvious, but at the same time sort of changes the meaning of the original thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's great. The one, for example, the one that I was thinking about doing for my poster was mass produced individuality, you know? So that's also a way in. Also, I can grab that I thought for my poster and I could put it here, like, and like that. I stole your piece, bro. You know? I stole his piece. I stole bro piece. But yeah, I wanted to do. I'm going to do it around this concept, but and it's actually really similar to the idea that I had. Fuck. Don't try to be different, but in the bigger picture, does it even matter? Let's go. And this is also like, I had this idea about. It's not an idea actually. It's just like a thought. Like we try so hard, like even in our art, like we make huge leaps and we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to try to make our work like quote unquote like stand out and be different, you know. And and I don't know why is this the push so hard that we put on ourselves, because when you go out in the street, right, and you can try to be as different as you like, you can put the entire costume on, it doesn't matter, right? At a glance, when you're out on the street, if you sort of squint your eyes, even the most distinct people will look kind of similar, like the overall shape. If you squint your eyes on the street, Like everyone is literally the same, right? It's only when you try to spend time with people that you start to pick the subtle differences that we have between each other, right? And our work, it happens the same. It all looks kind of the same. Like when you go scroll through Instagram, right, and we start to catch trends and all of that. But when you start to, for example, get to know people and start to really try to look at their work and you see how it evolves, you start to look at the differences, right? It's like when you start to get into techno or start to get into electronic music, right? I remember thinking all techno sounded the same. I remember having that thought, and now you can spot the differences because your ear gets better accustomed to the genre, right? You get more familiar with the intricacies of it. So our work is the same, right? So we get this bad hand dealt to us about individuality and originality also. Like this is something you start to build up and already has some things that are original to you, right? But you need time for it to come through, right? I don't think it's there's anything wrong with our work looking like everybody else's for a moment, right? The moment will come when your work starts to gain its uniqueness, but that takes time, right? And to a degree that you can still make work, that's great, right? Because if you go out into the street, we all look the same. Why do we push this huge stress onto our work of being different when we ourselves are not that different? That's I don't know, just a thought. Just a thought. Of course, it's great that our work be different, but for what it can do for us and whatever. But I think that's this thing of trying to make our work different. It comes more from a place of like monetary, like work, right? We need it to be different so it stands out in the market, right? But and that's good in and of itself. I'm not taking a shot at that. Of course, I try to be different, and it's not at all. I'm just talking about this huge pressure that we put onto ourselves when it comes to our work, trying to chase that originality, right? And not giving it the space of, okay, we are all different, or we're gonna look the same, right? We are all the same. And then over time, that differences start to appear when they need to appear. So, yeah, back to this one. Yeah, yeah, amazing piece. Boom, boom, boom. Super like it, my guy. Congrats. One of none. It's super great. One of none. Rather than trying to be unique, focus on making art. You wrote it here, my guy? Ah, someone retracted a message. I know. I got. Oh, sorry. Where do you write it? I wrote something and I think it got deleted. Was it on moderator or something else? Where do you wrote it, my guy? Like here on the Discord. Let me know where do you did you wrote it. I can't. No problem, my shame. Amazing work. So, do you have any questions, guys? I would like to talk for a bit before doing my piece. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I would like to. I don't know. I guess I'm just jump in and do it. You know what I mean? but today I worked all day and I was thinking about, oh, I need to stream. Was feeling like it, but once I started and we start to how do you say, to interact, it's great. But where? But where? Here or on the Discord? I don't know, my guy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if there is a way for me to see the automatically moderated comments. Let me see here. I can see the moderation. No, but I don't see anything. No, sorry, my guy. I don't know what it is. Regardless. Um, what I was saying. Oh yes, the client work. Oh, and I actually got another offer. Um, to do like a keycap set and a mouse pad. That would be really great. It's like a collaboration with a really cool brand that does some really high quality gear for desktop and computer accessories. And so that gets going, it will be really great because it will be like a design syndrome collaboration. It's not like they are hiring me to do work for them. It's like collaboration between them and me. So the packaging will be design syndrome plus this brand. That will be amazing because I love so much also like all the desktop accessories and whatnot. So to be able to have some of that on my setup, and actually I will make it really great because I know what are the pitfalls of a nice desk mat. It needs to be a color that's not gonna get too dirty too fast. It's easily washable. You know what I mean? Like black, I love it. I have a black one, but if it gets a little bit of dust into it, it gets like stained really easily. Not with something like with wet and stuff like that's liquid. The black, it holds up really well. But other than that, if some dirt gets on it, then you have to wash it again because it's gonna leave that trail of dust. That's whatever. But yeah. hmm So yeah, other than that, I'm thinking for the next assignments, we go back to typography and we try to do what we did for the first exercise, but not we add the complexity of the typography elements. So that would be really cool. And then after that, we start making more design and sort of messaging pieces. And also we could have like an assignment that's just copywriting, making coming up with clever catchphrases for posters, right? Because if you can get like a nice copy that's for a piece, that's half the work. That's half the work done, because after that you can just think of what's the best graphic way of showing that goes well with what you wrote. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let me jump and let's do the piece. No, should move more over here. hmm like that. So this one I'm gonna close. I'm gonna save it and And for this piece, I'm actually gonna use no, let's make a new piece. Okay, let's make it 2000 by 2500. And here I'm gonna just, oh sorry, I wasn't in the, gonna make it really big. And let me grab, I'm gonna use some from assembly because I like to do something with the human shape. It's similar, the idea that I have is similar to what Bro did, the one of none piece. But I think I want to make something like an assembly piece, the plastic injection stuff. When you Now it's gonna be more apparent when I start doing it. Like maybe something like this. I want to see what happens. No, wait, I'm doing it wrong. I don't know what I did. I'm not even spacing them like. I'm doing like optical. Oh, I have an idea. Like if I put this like this, because for what I want to do, it's like when you go to an assembly line, like I want to do like an injection mold, like if this was like an injection mold to produce like people. But when you have some of those to save material, they put it like intertwined, so from the same block they can get more pieces out. So this is what it would look like if you had something like this for real. Like they would be like intertwined like this because it saves more material. And now I think I can do the links, like how it's connecting. I could use stuff from here. right here. Let's grab this, paste it here. And they need to be connected, right? So let me get rid of this. And let me grab one portion of this graphic. And this one's what more could we grab? Oh, the chat went away, sorry. Actually, let's make this into a smart object and let's run the action again because I want the lines to be a bit like more like bolder, you know? Okay, here it's not connecting perfectly, but here's more on the inside. This part, let's yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally in the dark here. You know what I mean? Because what happens if I do this and then I start sort of connecting them? Like this way they are connected. needs to be the other way. No, I need to figure that one out. But these are connected. This everything needs to be connected between itself, so it makes sense in the like as this matrix that I'm trying to do. Actually, let's grab this one I use. Oh, these ones I like because they look like the ones that you need to break. But you see what I'm trying to make, right, guys? You see it, or it's kind of too much. Mhm. So there they are connected, and I think I can get rid of these ones. Oh no, I need them. I need them. I need them. But this works really well. This works great for what I want to do, and I would need a way to maybe connect these, but no, I don't think I need it. It's great. Now I need to figure out the type, and don't worry, I'll do some gnarly texture on this. And actually, for this, I want to use a typography from Doron, the new typography, like the Jack one, I guess it was. It wasn't called Jack. Where am I? Oh, am I stupid? Oh, here. And actually, this typography it's perfect for this because um it has this like really industrial feeling to it, so it lends itself to the theme pretty well. Something like this. I had another type that went well with this one, or at least for this theme. Oh, I can't remember the name. It must be here. This one. And also, like this, to be part of the mold, like I need to raster the type, and I need to also make indentations because no part can be floating, like if this was a, I don't know so much for free ones. Like I use the type 1 pack because I've worked with them and they send it to me, but it is amazing. Like the type from type 1, it's great. I need to put again the link so you can get it with the discount. But if you go to their website, they're kind of pricey, but they are great typographies. Sorry guys if the piece is kind of looking whack at this point, but when I start applying the effects, it's gonna be cool. And also it's gonna close the idea really well. I'm also like feeling pretty burnt out at the moment. Like I don't know where all of this is coming from, like the idea for the piece and everything. Like I know where it did. It came from the idea from a stole bro poster. You like this? And I would also like to add maybe something like this. To this part. There. And to the bottom. Ah, this one's this notation is great because it fits the theme. Now I'm on the most autopilot pilot you can be. I don't even know if this is spelled correctly. I mean auto. I mean autopilot. Okay, I was checking the if there were any typos. Mass produced individuality. Let's get it. So I'm just adding some. Yeah. No, where is my here? Yeah, this is not so bad. Oh, my layers. I am barely holding up, guys. Okay, this I kind of like. You know what I mean? What I want to see now, it's let's go to this is this is the one we did not in stream. We were like fucking around a couple weeks ago on Discord, and we did this. What I want to do now, let's come here. I need to grab everything. Yeah, I went silent mode. No, actually, no, no gradient map. What I was gonna do, I think I was going to do this. Into this. I was gonna make it like deeper. No, like that. Boom. And now, what's good total? And now, I need to make this part on the top a bit more visible. No. This one I like. What do you feel, guys? Do you like it? I would like to make the mass produced individuality like more pronounced. I needed to read more, and I'm not sure how to achieve that. Mm, I need to flip this. You should focus on the one typo more. No, let me know. Let me know. Don't retract it. Like I need to. What happens if I? The typo is what it is. I don't. I think it's well. I need to like put here. This is wrong. That's wrong. Yeah, I guess the I think I like this one. This one's good also, but this one I like. This one I like. And what if the color is green since it's about the matrix? Um, it's not linked directly to the. At least I don't want to link it directly to the movie The Matrix, but it's a nice idea. I like the idea, but it's not what I want to do. But it's a nice it's a nice way if you want to link it to color through there. There. Where do you usually look for inspiration? Just everywhere. Like I don't go out of my way to look for inspiration. I just look at stuff and get inspired. I just try to remember things that inspire me because I might be looking at a meme or whatever, and that might give me an idea. But I try to. It's not that I don't look for inspiration, but I try to look to everything that I look at and see if there is something there. There is something. I like it. I think I'm just burnt out. Yeah, I know Cosmos. Cosmos is really great, but I made my account and I haven't dabbled in it further. But Cosmos is it's great. It's grape. I'm thinking the type it's better if it's small. No, but I do feel this. I don't know why I feel this feels better. Yeah. What did you say? Color dodge. No, no, no. Let's crush this. I like this. I just wanted to have a little bit less of contrast. No, sorry, a little bit more contrast between the dark parts and the light parts. this one increased the contrast in the way that I want it. Let's make it more bluish. No, what did I? ah, No, I like it better this way. But there's something about the color that I'm not completely on board with. No, I like it here. But yeah, I'm pretty burnt out. I'm at the point at, when you're at the point that you don't longer know. You don't longer know. Like I don't longer know what I want to do with the piece. But yeah, I think this is good enough. You know, this is good enough. Maybe I'll play a bit with it later. I'm pretty burnt out at the moment. This is good enough. So yeah, I'm gonna save this one. No, what did I touch? Oh, there. So yeah, this is the one, guys. Let's see if I take everything out. Actually, the simpler one, that might be the one, huh? Like something like this, like super low contrast. Actually, I like this one more. Ah, thanks, guys. No, yeah, I'm just at the point of realizing that I'm overthinking it. The piece is it's done, but it's nice to push a bit just to know that you're not being lazy. But I'm past lazy right now. I guess I'm just burnt out. Yeah, I think I like it more when it's um, the decision of making it like more subtle. It's better. Like this, and I'm also going to increase a bit the, where was it, where was my, oh, I deleted it, the gradients. Yeah. What's with your dogs, my guy? Yeah, this is it, my guys. This one is it. I just needed to play around with it some more. There. This is the one. You're in Texas, my guy. I'm going to Texas in April. This is it, my guys. I'm cooked, cookity cooked. Need to take a break. Need to take a break. But yeah, hope you like the piece, my guys. Hmm? I'm going to Texas late April, from the 24th to 29. I'll be in Texas. On Austin. I go to Austin. Yeah, for sure. If any of y'all are in Texas, hit me up, and I would love to do like a get together with a bunch of other creatives. That would be so cool. I'm gonna try to do these streams weekly. I'm gonna try to do these streams weekly. I don't know. I'll see, because I don't like forcing the work just to stream when I'm really pretty burnt out. I would rather like just talk shit, and maybe watch some clips or react to some stuff that you would want to send me. And sorry, I didn't change the camera. Yeah. So not really forcing it for the content, you know what I mean? Like, to if I feel like streaming the process, I'll do it. But from the next week on, I should be a bit more better on time, because this today specifically was crazy. Like, my mind is so cooked right now, but it's all good stuff. It's just a lot. And pretty anxious also, but again, it's all good stuff in the end. Yeah, so that's it, my guys. I want to thank you all for being part of the stream, stopping by, taking the time to upload the pieces, listen to the feedback. I know a lot of y'all also, you had your stuff going on, but if we get this space rolling, it's of tremendous help to everyone, really. And also to link up. Let's go. Shout out to Saludo desde Argentina, Spanish, Spain. um I guess, yeah, my guys, like I was saying, like trying to connect on a different level, other than social media. Like, use the Discord a lot, like chat between y'all, like try to meet people, see if you can get to collaborate on something, maybe with someone from the Discord. That could be cool. Also, maybe if you don't have like a creative group like near you at all times, some stuff that you can reach out to, and and get a second pair of eyes on anything. But yeah, so that was everything, my guys. I try to get something ready for next stream. Actually, for Monday. Sorry, the next exercise. And yeah, next stream should be a bit more structured, because I bet we're gonna do something around typography. Something that a lot of you asked a lot is, how do you pair typographies? So maybe we'll talk a little bit about that. So see you there, my guys. Thank you for stopping by and watching the stream and being a part of the community. So see you next week, my guys. Fuck you, peace. Wish you conflict. Shit. Bye, guys.